Cynthia and Mike for bringing me on board to this event. I'm pretty excited. I've never spoke publicly before, so behind my little lyric sheet here, I'm shaking a wee bit. So thanks for the couple cleansing breaths there. I needed those, though. Anyway, so I think some of you know my story. I'm in my 23rd year as a paramedic. I know I don't look old enough. You can tell me that. It's okay. I started when I was literally a child, straight out of the womb, pretty much. But I'll tell you, when I first started, we didn't talk about anything. We kept it pretty close to us, and there was this sort of unspoken understanding that if you showed any sort of emotion towards the job, then you were weak, and you should probably go park your ass behind a desk. Earmuffs, children, earmuffs. Ironically, I spent many of my years in my career believing I was like 100% okay. 100%. I was taking care of myself and my mental health. I had great friends and a great partner at work to talk to. I never discovered that anything was wrong until October of last year. Just gonna take a breath. Yeah, I'm just gonna breathe for a second. And then in October of last year, those 4 letters that I have developed a pretty solid relationship with, PTSD. I knew something was wrong when the perspective I saw in my world became very dark. I didn't immediately acknowledge that it could be PTSD. I was like, no, that's not going to happen to me. That happens to veterans and people who fight a very different fight. So this was not me. And as a paramedic, I think we often use what's called a differential diagnosis to determine someone's primary problem. So we sort of rule in and rule out different possibilities to define people's diagnoses. So believe me, I did a ton of that for myself. I went through a million possibilities for myself, and I'll tell you, PTSD was not a possibility I wanted to entertain. Upon receiving my diagnosis, in true Jenny Ralph fashion, my husband can attest to that, I remained in complete denial. And of course, if you asked me at the time, I would have denied that I was in fact in denial. Quite simply, I was afraid. I was terrified that I'd be judged, that people would believe I was weak. I felt like a disappointment to my profession and to my peers. Sorry, I really planned for this part not to happen. So naturally, I hid from everyone, and I stayed in denial. So how well do you think a person can recover when they remain both in hiding and in denial? Well, they don't recover very well, I assure you. So let's talk. So let's talk about recovery. Let's talk about what healing looks like. Let's write about it. Let's educate ourselves. Tell every single person that may be wondering, let's scream it at the top of our lungs that recovery is real. Recovery is real. Oh, it's work. It's definitely work, but it's so, so real. So now for my healing, for my recovery, I like to believe that I have a huge team of people and a toolbox of tools that I have to use every single day to help me along the way. I have a beautiful psychologist who I see for 1 hour every week. And after seeing her for 1 hour every week, I realized that despite her expertise, I could not put all my eggs in that basket. That wasn't what's going to get me back to the road. That's not going to get me to a place of healing. So I sought out a naturopath, acupuncture, self-care, exercise, yoga, meditation. I write, I eat, sometimes too much pizza. I have an amazingly strong support system. I was privileged, my husband and I, to be sent out west to Calgary a month ago to the Can Praxis program, where we got equine therapy with horses, of all things. I have amazing friends at the Temaconter Memorial Trust. I clearly have my music. My music is everything. And I have my beautiful husband and a wonderful family that has been amazing in this journey. I am so truly fortunate. I think the toughest and yet most rewarding part of this healing has been just coming clean, taking a deep breath, exhaling, and finally having the strength to say, yes, I have PTSD, but it doesn't define me. I can either struggle in silence, or I can direct it towards healing others and helping others naturally. I want to help others. I want to say as passionately as I can that I am listening. You are not alone. And just as it takes courage and bravery to be a first responder, it takes courage and bravery to open up about PTSD. We are brave, we are courageous, and we are so damn strong. So my goal now is to reach as many people as I can. And if sharing my own journey can help to inspire others, then that's exactly what I'm going to continue to do. These events inspire a total change in direction for us. The experience is geared towards coming out of the darkness and into the light. And the light is there. I promise you. Some days it may seem so far off in the distance, like it's barely a flicker. But if you move towards it and not away from it, the light just gets brighter. So open your mind and just receive the light. Thank you guys so much for having us here. Thank you for letting me speak. And have a great day. Thank you so much.